Assalamualaikum. In this video, my group and I will be presenting to you about company analysis, financial position and financial performance analysis for the subject INV536 financial statement analysis and equity valuation. We are from JBA 2513D and this is prepared for Sir Muhammad Azwan bin Muhammad Isa. But first, let's take a look at our group members, which are Muhammad Izan Zuhair bin Muhammad, Muhammad Irfan bin Norazli, Shahrizman Indra bin Muhammad Jeffrey, and Wan Muhammad Ilham bin Wan Rushdan, which is myself. So for the first chapter 1 is the background of each company. So the first company is Franken Corporation Berhad. Just a little bit of this company, it is listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. Franken Corporation Berhad is a world-leading service provider of advanced precision cleaning and surface treatment. The company comprises key players in the semiconductor, oil and gas, and petrochemical industries from all around the world.
Assalamualaikum and hi to my dear audience. My name is Muhammad Izlan Zuhair bin Muhammad. Let's proceed to company background for DNO Green Technologies Berhad. Generally, DNO Green Technologies Berhad, or known as DNO Green Tech, is a subsidiary of Dominant Opto Technologies in Berhad. It is also a publicly listed company on Bursa Malaysia as an investment holding company. DNO Green Tech major is in prioritizing as a leading manufacturer of light emitting diodes (LED) and automotive surface mount technology lights (SMT) in Malaysia and internationally. As an example of the product that being used is with a range of color spectrum for interior applications, instrument cluster, infotainment system and others. Thus, it can be said that DNO Green Tech company specialises in state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities, has diverse innovation and makes Dominant Opto capable of leading development.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to Sir Azwan. Today I will explain about UNICEF breakdown. UNICEF is a global provider of semiconductor assembly and test service for many of the world's most successful electronic companies, with approximately 7,000 employees worldwide. About 53% of UNICEF Group sales from continuous operation to customers in North America, 7% to Asia and 10% to Europe.
For chapter 2, which is vertical analysis, we will be analyzing the Franken Corporation Berhad statement of financial position for 2019, 20 and 21. So firstly, when we look at the total non-current asset of the company in 2019, it recorded 35.20%. But in 2020, it decreased to 28.36%. This might be due to the global pandemic crisis of COVID-19, where the economy was unstable. In 2021, however, it increased back again to 35.90%. As for the total current asset, in 2019, it was 64.80%. It then increased again in 2020 to 71.64%. But however, in 2021, it decreased to 64.10%. This might be because the company needed to sell its assets to generate more cash. As for the total equity of the company in 2019, it recorded to 77.31%. However, in 2020, it decreased to 15.54%. And in 2021, it decreased again to 74%. As for the total non-current liabilities of the company in 2019, it recorded 2.92%. It decreased to 2.07% in 2020, and it suddenly increased back again to 3% in 2021. As for the total current liabilities, in 2019 it was 19.76%. In 2020, it increased to 22.39%, and in 2021 it slightly decreased to only 22% only. That's all.
For vertical analysis, non-current assets for DNO Green Tech decreased for 3 years in a row as much as 46.34% in 2019, 43.11% in 2020, and 35.41% in 2021. It mainly because of the amount of property, plant and equipment has decreased in a large amount that illustrates the depreciation of the company's asset. Throughout the movement control order issued by the government due to the COVID-19 outbreak, many machines have been damaged because not maintained regularly. Besides that, current assets for DNO Green Tech increased constantly every year, which is 53.66% in 2019, 56.89% in 2020, and 64.59% in 2021. Deposit with financial institution is an item that represents an increase in current assets for DNO Green Tech earns an interest of 2.12% on their savings, which can help their money grow over time. Other than that, the equity of DNO Green Tech shows a decrease from 60.96% in 2019 to 58.46% in 2020, which then increased its amount back to 63.08% in 2021. The number shows a positive evaluation that the company does not depend solely on the long-term debt to operate their business. In addition, non-current liabilities of DNO Green Tech increased slightly from 8.43% in 2019 to 8.90% in 2020 and show a sharp decrease of 6.68% in 2021. This means that the company reduced debt optimally in the following year. For current liabilities, DNO Greentech EDs show an increase slightly from 30.61% in 2019 to 32.64% in 2020 and decrease again to 30.24% in 2021, which indicates the company is paying down its short-term debt. It can be a positive sign for the company's financial health, as it suggests that the company managing its cash flow effectively and may be able to meet its financial obligation in the near future.
Next is vertical analysis UNICEF Malaysia Berhad. For total non-current asset, it was decreased from 3.02% in 2019 to 54.23% in 2020. In 2021, it was increased to 59.44%. For total current asset, it was increased from 36.98% in 2019 to 45.77% in 2020. In 2021, it was decreased to 40.56%. Next is total equity. It was increased from 76.64% in 2019 to 78.04% in 2020. In 2021, it was decreased to 77.83%. For total non-current liability, it was decreased from 9.19% in 2019 to 7.51% in 2020. In 2021, it was also decreased to 5.50%. Lastly is total current liability. It was increased from 14.35% in 2019 to 14.45% in 2020. In 2021, it was increased to 16.67%.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Shizman Indra bin Muhammad Dekri from JB82513D. In the overall operative for vertical analysis, we use three company performance from its financial position, which is total non-current asset, total current asset, total equity, total non-current liabilities, and total current liabilities to measure the efficiency of the company. For total non-current asset, front end is better because has been consistently good with a little increase from the base year. For total current asset, DNO is consistently good when it's increased more than 10% from the base year. UNISEM is better at equity with the highest percentage. For total non-current liabilities, UNISEM is better when the lowest percentage, which means lower long-term debt. For total current liabilities, DNO is a good performance because it has a decreasing value compared to the base year. In conclusion, to conclude, the horizontal data shows that DNO have a good analysis compared to Frontcan and UNISEM. It is because DNO is good to manage the use of assets and debt management in order to keep their profit throughout the year, even have a little lack of performance but still consistent. DNO had a good performance in 3 years for the financial statement, even though not high but has a consistent percentage amount that can attract and provide assurance to investor to invest in the company because it is less risky.
For the chapter 3, we'll be analyzing about the horizontal analysis for the company Frontcan Corporation Berhad. So we will be using 2017 as the base year, and for the first one is the sales and revenue for Frontcan from 2017 until 2021. It increased every year. In 2018 was 110%, 2019 was 115%, in 2020 even though there was a COVID pandemic crisis it was 124%, and in 2021 it was a whopping 152%. And for the gross profit, it was the same from 2017, which was the base year, to up to 2021, it increased every year. In 2018 it was 121%, in 2019 it was 141%, in 2020 it was 158%, and in 2021 it was up to 204%. As for the total operating cost or expense, from 2017 there was an increase and also decrease. In 2018 it decreased to 90%, in 2019 it decreased again to 89%. However, in 2020 it increased up to 99%, and in 2021 it increased again to 112%. For the profit before tax, it increased every year from the base year 2017 to 2018, which was 164%, then to 209% in 2019, to 248% in 2020, and to 325% in 2021, a very whopping increase. For the next one is profit after tax. In 2018 it increased up to 157%, then to 204%, and then to 243%, and finally in 2021 it increased up to 314%. And you can see from the graph, and every year there's a gradual increase.
For horizontal analysis, DNO Greentech revenue increased drastically every year, which is 105.92% in 2018, 108.84% in 2019, 124.27% in 2020, and 182.71% in 2021 due to higher operating profit before finance costs and lower operating costs, including provisions recognized during the quarter. In addition, DNO Greentech also stated that all their product lines have a high contribution to their income throughout the year. Besides that, the gross profit shown by DNO Greentech showed an increase every year, which is 119.94% in 2018, 120.44% in 2019, 135.38% in 2020, and 215.83% in 2021 due to a slight increase in the cost of sales during the year. Next, DNO Greentech expenses increased at the beginning of 2018 by 103.19% but decreased in 2019, which is 95.98% due to less purchase of a material from large companies at the local or worldwide. However, the increase in expenses can be seen from the following year, which is 115.97% in 2020 and 138.63% in 2021 due to demand for products is increasing, which causes the company DNO Greentech to buy components in bulk and better quality. Profit before interest tax showed an increase from 2017 to 2018, amounting to 114.01%. In 2019, profit before interest tax decreased slightly to 102.96%. And the following year, a sharp increase was recorded with a percentage of 145.10% and 302.08% in 2021. It indicates that the company focuses solely on its ability to generate income from operations, ignoring variables such as tax, burden and capital structure. The earning after tax of DNO Greentech showed an increase in the index number of 16.41%, which amounted to 116.51% in 2018. However, it experienced a slight decrease in 2019, which amounted to 107.73%. And the following year, a consistent increase can be seen as much as 152.74% in 2020 and 341.48% in 2021. It can be illustrated that DNO Greentech has a high net profit every year after deducting all expenses and profit before interest tax.
Next is horizontal analysis. UNISEM Malaysia Berhad sales and revenue decreased from 100% in 2017 to 92% in 2018 and decreased to 70% in 2019, then increased again to 84% in 2020 and 107% in 2021. Besides that, the gross profit was decreased from 100% in 2017 to 80% in 2018 and also decreased in 2019 to 76%, then increased to 80% in 2020 and 97% in 2021. Net, the total operating cost of all expenses was decreased from 100% in 2017 to 62% in 2018, and in 2019 it increased to 55%, then decreased to 85% in 2020 and increased in 2021 to 99%. The profit before tax will decrease from 100% in 2017 to 81% in 2018 and also decreased in 2019 to 54%, then it increased to 91% in 2020 and 123% in 2021. Lastly, is profit after tax will decrease from 100% in 2017 to 89% in 2018 and also decreased in 2019 to 49%, then increased to 88% in 2020 and 123% in 2021.
For overall comparative from the analysis of the index number trend, the result of this evaluation are considered from aspect of revenue, gross profit, expense, profit before income tax, and profit after tax for 5 years, which is from 2017 to 2021 from the 3 companies. For revenue, DNO is the highest increase due to higher operating profit before finance cost and lower operating cost. For gross profit, DNO is the highest percentage due to a slight increase in the cost of sale during the year. After that, for expense, DNO is the highest percentage increase due to the demand for product increase. For a profit before income tax, Frontcan Corporation Berhad increased hugely in percentage because sale or revenue increase and expense decrease. For profit after tax, DNO is better in percentage because consistent revenue and expense. In summary, based on the data from the horizontal analysis, DNO Technology Berhad is the best company because the company index strength for its sales is the higher and the lowest cost of goods sold. DNO has the best performance where it's increased consistently from the year to year despite facing the challenge of COVID-19, still performing without a decline, showing DNO as a company with less risk because the company managed revenue and expense as best as possible. That leads the DNO is the most stable overall in financial management among the 3 companies.
For chapter 4, we'll be discussing about the company analysis findings for Frontcan Corporation Berhad. So for the first item is earnings per share, EPS. In 2019, it was 0.091 cent. In 2020, it was 11 cent, and in 2021, it was 0.094 cent, which was a decrease. For the market value per share, in 2019, it was only 35 cent. In 2020, it increased up to 41 cent, and in 2021, it decreased to 32 cent. For the market ratio for 2019, it was 4.02 times. In 2020, it decreased to 5.30, and in 2021, it again increased up to 7.9 times. For the price earning ratio, in 2019 it was 16.81 times. In 2020 it increased, significant increase to 21.45 times, and in 2021 it increased massively up to 43.19 times. As for the cash ratio, in 2019 for the company it was only 7 ringgit 0.29 cent. In 2020 it was increased up to 8 ringgit 0.25 cent, and in 2021 again it had a massive increase up to 14.06 ringgit. 14.06 cent. And for the dividend per share, it is in 2019 is 1.5 cent. In 2020 it was only 2.8 cent, and in 2021 it decreased a little to 1.5 cent. For the dividend yield ratio, finally in 2019 it recorded 0.98%. 98 in 2020 it was 1.19, and in 2021 it decreased massively to 0.37. That is all for me.
For company analysis, DNO Greentech earning per share shows the increase every year, which is RM0.042 in 2019, RM0.057 in 2020, and RM0.112 in 2021. It means that the company has the amount of income available to common shareholders per share of common stock held. Other than that, market value per share for DNO Greentech increased slightly from year to year, which represents the value of the company according to the stock market. The market value per share is RM0.22 in 2019, RM0.28 in 2020, and RM0.39 in 2021. It is the price that the asset will fetch in the market. Moreover, market ratio for DNO Greentech experienced a slight decrease from 11.47 in 2019 to 10.07 in 2020. A sharp continuous decrease also occurred in 2021, which is 5.83. It explained that the company DNO Greentech reduced their positions in the market. Next, DNO Greentech illustrate the price earning ratio decreasing in line with each year, which is 20.48 times in 2019, 38.77 times in 2020, and 53.04 times in 2021. It explained that the company DNO Greentech is overvalued, which can generate sufficient income. Generally, cash ratio is a measure of the company's liquidity. For the company, DNO Greentech has experienced a slight decrease from RM70.87 in 2019 to RM60.80 in 2020. However, a sharp drop can be seen in 2021, which is RM16.66. This illustrates that DNO Greentech did not have the ability to repay its short-term debt with cash or near cash resources, such as marketable securities. Furthermore, dividend per share are the declared amount of dividend issued by a company for each outstanding common shares. DNO Greentech increased every year, which is RM0.005 in 2019, RM0.0065 in 2020, and RM0.075 in 2021. Lastly, the dividend yield ratio for the company DNO Greentech decreased every year, which is 0.58% in 2019, 0.29% in 2020, and 0.15% in 2021.
Next is company analysis for UNICEF. The earnings per share EPS was increased from RM0.13 in 2019 to RM0.21 in 2022. However, in 2021 it was decreased to RM0.14. Net is market value per share was increased RM1.89 in 2019 to RM2.22 in 2020. However, in 2021 it was decreased to RM1.34. Net is market ratio was decreased from 4.13 in 2019 to 0.018. However, in 2021 it increased to 0.0868. Net spread earning ratio was increased from 8.31 times in 2019 to 14.71 times in 2020. It also increased to 29.36 times in 2021. Net cash ratio was decreased from RM16.33 in 2019 to RM0.05 in 2020. However, in 2021, it was increased to RM3.46. Dividend per share was decreased from RM0.070 in 2019 to RM0.055 in 2020. However, in 2021, it was decreased to RM0.040. Lastly, its dividend yield was decreased from 6.48% in 2019 to 1.78% in 2020. However, in 2021, it was decreased to 0.97%. Next part is recommendation. Firstly, recommendation for front-end corporation Berhad are hire a debt management company to reduce its liability and lower its risk and expand their business and network with other industrial players. Next, for DO Green Tech, can focus on the amount of inventory, either reduce inventory, store or sell inventory faster to ensure company have more cash in preparation in cash of debt, payment, request and liquidation. Next, they should increase its stock sale every year at higher price to ensure total book value. It is to ensure that the stock market price is comparable to the value of the company through the calculation of the market ratio. Lastly, they also must ensure the asset used are not exercised. In other words, the company must sell unwanted asset. Lastly, recommendation for UNICEF Malaysia Berhad. Firstly, is innovation be a crucial part strategy for gain market share. And lastly, it increase their sale volume without affecting their selling price or cost of goods sold per unit.
In summary, after taking into account the aspect of vertical analysis, the data from the horizontal and the ratio analysis, we can conclude that DNO Green Technologies is better than Frontend and UNICEF in terms of the vertical analysis and the data from the horizontal that leads DNO has the highest value for the majority of the items. It shows that DNO is effectively and efficiently managing its company in 3 years, even facing the COVID-19, but still giving their best to investors. This makes the company the least risky and the best choice for investors. That's all from me. Thank you so much.